In today's episode, we are going to be doing some technical analysis as far as QI is concerned, Avax, and the price of Bitcoin because we obviously experienced very great price action in the past couple of days. And this is one of the reasons why I am here today, this late, because I just want to make sure that you have the best trading setups and you are, up to standards with what's happening with the markets, and it's all about safeguarding those profits. So anyway, without further ado, here is my technical analysis as far as Benqi, Avax, and Bitcoin is concerned. So you guys obviously heard what was happening, or rather what is being anticipated to happen with regards to the Bitcoin ETF, BlackRock, and all that stuff. So personally, I am not really infatuated with fundamental analysis because it doesn't really matter. The most important thing to me is what is the chart telling me, and what can I deduce from it, and how can I use it to sort of place my trade. So to all the people that were trading Benqi yesterday, I did give you a buy signal. QI absolutely did very well, but it sort of slightly retraced. Now QI is going to continue doing very well, and at this particular moment, right, as you can see, the price of QI is beginning to find some support right over here. So slightly below 2 cents, that's definitely a level where you'd be adding your dollar cost averaging price. So yesterday, when I was making yesterday's episode, right, yesterday's video, we were literally right over here, and we did end up doing very well. So I do hope that you guys ended up scalping out and just basically getting to benefit from the volatility of the market. So this move right over here was a very juicy move. If you would ask me, that was like a 12% to about 15% move. It was a very juicy one, and just flipping and just going in and out sometimes could work. If you go in and out at the right time, you're going to do very well. But sometimes it's just very good for you to be patient. Be very patient, and sometimes the trade might do very well. So you obviously, me, I am a day trader, and I try to minimize off of all the volatility, and this is one of the reasons why we ended up sort of selling there and getting to buy back here. We sold there a little bit, and right now I'm actually buying back. I'm buying back QI because I really believe there's gonna be some more upside to go. And if you see, I'm actually using a 10-minute time frame right over here, and if you can see on the 10-minute time frame, right, you can even pinpoint the moment it sort of bottomed. So if you did end up selling at this particular level, right, if you ended up selling and getting out after there was this sort of exhaustion by exhaustion, I'm sure you sort of benefited from this particular 7% price drop, and we're obviously going to continue going towards the upside, and there's going to be more and more pumps coming your way. So as far as a lot of altcoins are concerned, right now I have a bullish bias, at least for the next 2 days, because the price of Bitcoin has absolutely done very well. It has gone above certain price points that were proving to be very, very problematic. Like this particular threshold has been sort of broken as far as Bitcoin is concerned. So if I would just zoom. Okay, so we did have a lot of resistance, and for the past couple of days, I've been telling you that the price of Bitcoin is definitely going to be very bullish if and when the price of Bitcoin stays above 43,800. So we might have a situation where the price of Bitcoin sort of comes back down to this particular level. Okay, we might potentially correct to this level and then end up going up. So if that happens, that's going to be a very good signal, due to the fact that previous resistance, okay, this whole area right over here was resistance. So previous resistance turns into support. But with the way the momentum played out yesterday, there's quite a lot of ferocious buying power that was exhibited. So this is one of the reasons why, a lot of people waiting for a retest, we might not end up getting that particular retest. Okay, so there is a high probability that we could end up going all the way to our target. And by the way, having a bigger perspective is very important as far as trading is concerned. Having a general perspective. So, what am I talking about? As far as Bitcoin is concerned, right, we haven't hit our monthly target. So, we are trading within the monthly domain. We're following the monthly trend. So, the monthly trend is obviously going to give us some resistance right over here. So, this is the order block, which is very, very problematic. Okay, so as far as the monthly time frame is concerned, because as you can see clearly, we are sort of using the monthly time frame. So getting to see and observe the chart on the 1 day, the 3 day time frame, you're going to be doing a lot of disservice to yourself. So right now, as it seems, as you guys can see, it's all about bullishness, ladies and gentlemen. So of course, we might have situations where the price sort of goes down a little bit, but that doesn't really matter because the overall perspective for the most part is bullish, and this area is where we're going to face a sort of meaningful rejection. So anything close to 50,000. So we might end up going to 49,000, 47,000. So personally, I'm expecting the price of Bitcoin to reach 50,000 before we get a major pullback. So we might end up, hitting 50,000, and then we're going to end up retracing for that 30% or more price drop, after we hit our resistance level, and perhaps we could end up coming back down to these levels, 39,000, all the way up, all the way to around 32,000. So that's gonna be our ranging price level. Let's say, for example, we push all the way up, we could potentially come back down and then range, and then later on decide which situation, or rather which direction we're going to follow, either going up like that or coming back down. So to me, this is a scenario that I'm expecting as far as Bitcoin is concerned. So if that is the general perspective of Bitcoin, right? Obviously, having a bullish bias with regards to alternative cryptocurrencies is going to yield you a lot of returns. Now, I understand quite a number of people have been shorting the markets, and sometimes I'm sure a lot of you guys have discovered that shorting the markets, especially the altcoins, is not really going to play in your favor because you guys are just literally going to be sort of annihilated, like literally. All right, so as you can see, right, we were following this trade as far as QI is concerned. So in case you guys are wondering, this is QI. Okay, we're back to QI now that you have the general perspective of where Bitcoin is going to end up going. Okay, and the other thing as far as Bitcoin is concerned right over here is we've got this particular resistance 46. So this is one of the reasons why I'm really sure that the price of Bitcoin is going to go to 47,000 in the next coming 72 hours. Okay, because we need to sort of get that liquidity right over there, and I'm pretty sure there's quite a lot of imbalance, like trading imbalance right over there. But anyway, the general perspective is the price of Bitcoin should hit that particular level and then come back down. So at this particular moment, feel free to take any longs as far as altcoins are concerned, and you're going to end up doing very well in the next coming 2 weeks. Okay, so getting back to QI, as you can see, we are back to analyzing QI. So as you can see from here, we are definitely bouncing. I just don't really like the price action of QI, and I also don't like the price action of Benqi at this particular moment because the volume is not really that significant. Okay, but it has improved from yesterday, because yesterday the trading volume of QI was around 1 million. Now it's around 6.6 million, which is very good. So 6.6 million plus the amount of volatility that QI had, that really gives me a lot of satisfaction, because I know, okay, for the volatility that is about to happen and what's going on, right, like the volume is increasing. So you know what they say about volume, right? Volume precedes price action. Okay, so before you have any explosive move, there's going to be some sort of change in the volume. Okay, so you want to have a situation where any alternative cryptocurrency you're trading is reflecting with regards to the traded volume before an explosive move. All right, so to me, that is a very good improvement since yesterday, even though I would love the volume of QI to continue growing and growing. Like I would really expect massive explosive price movement to the upside when or if the volume of QI sort of stabilizes above 20 million US dollars as the trading volume. So, we still have some more, millions of dollars to sort of accumulate with regards to the 24-hour trading volume before it really gets to explode. So this is one of the reasons why, this is a play that I'm keeping for about a week. For the next 7 days, I'm going to be trading QI, and I'm just going to sort of keep this trade because I know I can easily get like a 30% in the next coming one day. We can literally get an 80% on our money if we play it correctly. All right. So the worst case scenario that I'm expecting as far as QI is concerned is if the price of QI sort of goes to grab the liquidity below, below 0.18 dollars. That would be very frustrating, but I really believe we sort of regained momentum, and we're beginning to gain momentum. So as far as the what do you call these, the oscillators, right? We're beginning to sort of have we're beginning to gain some momentum as far as the RSI is concerned, the stock RSI and the MACD. So this is a very good indicator that there's going to be some sort of, uptrend which is going to happen. And this really gives me a very good, satisfaction with regards to what is happening. So could we have a similar trajectory to BTC? Because, BTC previously, so let me look at BTC right now. We were having some sort of, back and forth as far as the 8 hour is concerned. And we sort of, we were ranging. We were definitely ranging for a very long period of time, and finally there was quite a lot of buying power. So this is one of the reasons why I'm also expecting that QI is bound to do the same. So we have been ranging for a very long period of time. How long have we been ranging as far as QI is concerned? So we have been ranging since, for the past 22 days. The past 22 days basically has been, a range bound type of trading action that we've had. So this is one of the reasons why I'm saying, look, anytime it's about to pop, it's about to do very well, and just positioning yourselves in this particular trade is going to do very well. So yeah, remember what I told you yesterday about dollar cost averaging. So I'm prepared if the price goes below this particular threshold, if it goes below 0.17, or going to grab the liquidity here, I'm definitely going to be adding to my position. So I am prepared for the downside and for the upside. So in case you didn't get in yesterday, in case you guys are wondering where you should be buying QI, in case you missed yesterday's episode, by the way, take a look at yesterday's episode. You see exactly that we went in right around this particular level. That was so godly. That was precision at its best. So in case you missed yesterday's trade, I'm here to give you the great news that this particular level, the current price, anything below 2 cents or as close to 2 cents is going to be very, very advantageous for you. So in case you're looking for, or you were looking for a re-entry, this is a very good solid area to go in, but just be prepared in case we end up dropping below this particular level. So do not put a stop loss. You already know they're going to do some liquidity grabbing type of situation, so just be prepared to buy in case we end up dropping below and just getting to test the liquidity below this particular threshold right over here. So that is as far as QI is concerned. So QI is obviously like a subdivision, or rather a smaller cryptocurrency in relation to Avax. So basically, QI is an Avax, sub coin or sub project. Okay, so whatever Avax does, QI is going to follow, and whatever Bitcoin does, Avax is going to follow. So for the past couple of days, Avax has been very it has been explosive. If you take a look at the statistics, right, the past 14 days it has done 2.5. The past 30 days it has done about 87%. The past year it has done about 63%. So obviously there's absolutely more room to grow because we have just basically done like a 2x for the past 12 months, and the upside is going to continue. And taking a look at Avax, right, if I would sort of find the chart right over here. Let's do some quick technical analysis as far as Avax is concerned, because we want to be in sync with the major cryptocurrencies. So BTC determines what Avax does. Avax determines what QI does. Even though there could be a situation where sort of QI decouples from the from being synchronized with Avax, but it does play a significant role with regards to determining what the sub coins on its chain are going to be performing, or how they're going to be performing. So this is one of the reasons why you just have to have that bigger perspective, just like we sort of analyzed BTC from a higher time frame. Looking at the monthly, it helps keep us in check. Okay, so the people who are calling BTC to be very bearish, they sort of lost. They got lost in the sauce because they forgot about the bigger picture. The bigger picture is the monthly time frame. So yes, I did tell you that there was gonna be a retracement, right? But the retracement was part of the growth. Okay, you need to retrace in order for you to go up higher. Okay, so retracements are part of the trend. You just can't have a situation where you just sort of continue going up without retracing. So this is one of the reasons why pullbacks are very healthy. So you have to understand when you sort of get to interpret a pullback as um, part of an uptrend. Okay, a pullback being part of an uptrend is going to be interpreted differently with regards to a pullback being the start of a downtrend. Now that really sounds a lot, right? What I just said is going to help you become a better trader. Okay, what you need to understand and what you need to know is you need to be able to identify and differentiate the different types of pullbacks. Okay, there is a pullback that signifies the exhaustion of um, a previous trend, and there's also a pullback that is a healthy correction, which implies that there's going to be a continuation. Okay, so for example, in this particular situation, you had BTC pulling back after a strong uptrend. Okay, I mean, the previous trends have just been pullbacks that led to more and more highs. Okay, so technically speaking, we did end up bottoming at around this particular threshold as far as Bitcoin is concerned, right? So when we hit around is it right over here? So I'm using the 8 hour time frame. So okay, let me go to the daily time frame. Technically speaking, right, this is where we ended up you know bottoming out uh right over here around 19,000, and then here basically 16,000. That's what I would say. 16,000 was our area of interest as far as the reverse is concerned. So just peeling back all the layers, we technically bottomed on the 13th of November 2022. This was the bottom of this particular trend. Okay, so this particular uh trend continuation, because we were in a downtrend, right? This was the end of the bearish move. Okay, so if you look at this from an inverse perspective, right, this was the start of the uptrend. As you can clearly see, this particular level was the start of the uptrend that we are currently enjoying. So how do you get to identify that, okay, this particular trading action is not going to lead to another continuation towards the downside and is going to end up reversing? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have already given you a lot of clues, and moreover, if you want to book that one-on-one consultation, I'm definitely going to explain further. So there's quite a number of technical indicators and techniques that you can use to identify. So I just gave you one. Okay, number one, look at the greater picture. Okay, for example, on a monthly time frame, if you see that Bitcoin has got more juice and more momentum, right, especially towards this current trend? Why would you think that a pullback would lead to a trend reversal? Why would you assume that it's going to end up reversing and then just having this particular, trend change? It doesn't work like that. Okay, so if you use a bigger time frame, such as the monthly, you at least have a perspective of what is happening. So, just peeling back the layers, right? How would we have identified that this particular move right over here that led us to this particular reversal was the beginning of a different trend? It's because we're coming back from we're coming from this particular level. Okay, this trend was the one which was happening, and then at this particular level, right, this candle is the one that really cemented the new trend which was happening. Just like we had the bullish trend right over here, and we reached this level, this was the end of this trend, and then getting to identify that now this price action is starting to signify a new trend, you would have done very well. So that is the secret of trading cryptocurrencies. If you're able to identify when a new trend is about to begin or when it has started, they're going to do very well, because a lot of people usually do inverse of whatever the markets are telling them. You get my point? When they're supposed to be longing, they end up shorting, and then they just get liquidated, which is a very, very bad thing. So my appeal to you is, please study how to identify trends and learn to identify a pullback from a beginning of a new trend. Okay, those are very different. You can have a healthy correction, a healthy pullback, and then the price continues to sort of go in its intended or its current trend, and you can have a pullback which signifies the end of a trend, and then the price sort of starts going the other way around. So if you guys would be very good at that, you're going to do very well. So yeah, more of the story is Avax is definitely going to continue. So if we look at the monthly time frame, the monthly perspective, I mean, it's far from reaching its target. As far as Avax is concerned, it is far from reaching its area of resistance. So AVAX could go to $60, it could go to $70. So why would you want to start shorting AVAX at this particular moment? So feel free to just sort of buy these alternative cryptocurrencies and buy the dips, buy the pullbacks, and just trade easily. Trading is very easy if you just get the basics right. Don't overcomplicate stuff. Just look at a few indicators and then keep it moving like that. So avoid a lot of analysis paralysis. So I hope you really enjoyed today's episode. In case you've got any more questions, feel free to reach out. My email is obviously scrolling on the screen. My Patreon is obviously in the description box below. Let's get this money. Have a blessed day, and God bless you. So more of the story is, if you guys were watching my video, you're already making profits on your entry as far as QI is concerned, because I showed you that this was the bottom, and it's gonna do well. All right, so yeah, mark my words and prove me wrong. Take care, and God bless you.